After cycling more than 1,500 miles across Peru, it felt as though I'd already seen everything this country had to offer. In the north, I experienced the kindness and hospitality of its people. I discovered the most beautiful places along unnamed roads that were nothing more than the lands a few farmers called home. I camped beneath the country's tallest peaks and was introduced to the challenges of the rainy season, riding through storms of hail and snow. I had seen untold beauty before my tyres had even touched what might be the most beautiful bikepacking route in the world, the Peru Great Divide. More than 50 4,000 metre high passes connected a vast expanse of breathtaking landscapes. Where the rivers ran as clear as the skies, the Vizcachas and the Vicuñas roamed freely, and humble people found homes in the most beautiful places. And above it all, watched the mountains covered in ice and an endless sea of stars. It felt as though I'd already seen the best of Peru, as if it was impossible that it could ever get any better than this. But still, there was many more miles to be ridden, and my next 450 would take me along a route called Cones and Canyons. And it would begin with the longest stretch I'd ever done, above 14,000 feet.
Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. Hello.
Oh, you are a good dog, aren't you?
This is always a nice little bonus at camp.
Oh, you're a good dog.
Alright, bud. I better go have some dinner. Come say hi to me in the morning, yeah? He's back. Hey. You remember me?
Yeah, you do, don't you? Hey, you remember me, don't you? Yeah.
Finally, after all this time, I've made it to La Cujo.
Photographs and memories, Christmas cards you sent to me. All that I have are these to remember you. Memories that come at night.
Well, for a day where I've barely seen an inch of blue sky, it has been unbelievably beautiful, and I've ended it with a camp spot to match.
I think it might have snowed a little bit last night. This is without a shadow of doubt the most snow I've seen on this trip.
Morning walks and bedroom talks, oh how I loved you then. Summer skies and lullabies, nights we couldn't say goodbye, and of all of the things that we knew, not a dream survived. Photographs and memories, all the love you gave to me, somehow it just can't be true. That's all I've left of you. But we sure had a good time when we started way back when. Morning walks and bedroom talks, oh how I loved you then.
I've just made it to the top of my, I think, 4th 16,000+ foot pass of the day. And at 16,400 feet, this makes it the highest point I've ever been in my entire life. It is beautiful up here, but it's just started to rain. I'm gonna get myself out of here as quick as I can. That is just insane.
Good morning. It snowed again last night all night, which means I think when I open my tent I'm about to see something pretty spectacular. Wow. That is incredible. This might just be the most beautiful thing I've ever woken up to. This is just incredible. Somehow, even after 4 months in Peru, this country just keeps on outdoing itself. Well, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. If I can unzip my tent in the morning and sip a hot cup of coffee with a beautiful view, it's already a good day in my book, no matter what happens from here on out. And this is already the best of days. I cannot imagine anything ruining this.
Wish upon a shining star, find what burns in your heart, drink from the fountain, water from the mountain, let it wash over you. If it feels alright to. And if you are unsure, things go, don't give up, don't lose hope. Drink from the fountain, it's water from the mountain. Let it wash over you. If it feels alright.
By the way, the answer is yes. That was exactly as cold as it looked. And powerful too. I almost lost my bike for a second there.
Put your hands by the fire. We're a long way from home. Just try to stay warm. Rest your eyes if you're tired.
After close to 50 miles above 15,000 feet, it looks like I'm finally going to be dropping down a little bit lower into this very windy but beautiful valley here. I did so many river crossings today, and none of them were that big, but they were just enough to make sure my feet stayed cold and wet all day. I have never been this excited to get into my sleeping bag.
Every cold night was just a small price to pay for the magic of seeing my camp spots transformed by a blanket of white. But it was now time to leave the snowy mountains behind, in search of warmth in the second deepest canyon on Earth.
I've seen a whole lot of cones, but not a lot of canyons on this route so far. But today that's about to change as I head down into Cotahuasi Canyon.
Hola.
aquí? Es tú.
I ended up spending my afternoon there hanging out with some kids in a little town while I charged up my power banks. So I've just rolled on down to the bottom of the canyon, and it is just a wildly different place to anywhere I've been camping the last few nights. There's flowers, there's cacti, there's this huge river, these giant steep canyon walls. It's a really refreshing change, and it's just amazing down here. And apparently there's even condors flying overhead, so if I'm lucky and the clouds clear a little, I might actually get to see one. Whoa, those right there are condors, the biggest birds in the Americas, and I believe the second biggest in the entire world. That's incredible. I've been looking for them for like 5 months. These are the first ones I've seen.
Rain is coming.
And so, with bad weather approaching, I raced down Cotahuasi Canyon to the town of Cotahuasi itself. The perfect place to have some rest, do some bike maintenance, and get ready for one of the biggest climbs I had ever done.
Well, it is simply just a glorious morning, and I'm up bright and early because I have a huge day of climbing ahead of me as I try and climb 6,000 feet out of this canyon.
Well, I didn't see a whole lot today, but I got the 6,000 feet of climbing done. Now I'm camping up in the clouds and cooking some pasta. Tomorrow I'll reap the rewards of all my hard work. Whoa, look at that. Apparently this is Volcan Solimana, sitting at just under 20,000 feet high. And what's absolutely wild is that it's not even the tallest mountain I'm going to see today.
Oh my goodness. That right there is Peru's third tallest peak, Volcan Corapuna. And it is beautiful. Wow. The storm is certainly brewing, but it's far too early to pitch my tent, so I'm gonna ride on through it.
After waking up at the heights of Volcan Corapuna, I looked ahead at an 11,000 foot descent into the depths of Colca Canyon.
Oh yeah, baby. This is what it's all about. Buenas. Look at the mist on the road, that's crazy. Hey.
Well, I'm here at the confluence between the Rio Mamacocha and the Rio Marges down in Colca Canyon, which I'm going to be following for the next few days. And I'm up bright and early to beat the heat and get some climbing done before the sun floods this valley. On my way down here, I saw quite a few landslides, which is good news for me because it means I probably won't see a car all day. However, I did also hear a lot of rockfall, so I definitely need to stay alert today. It's going to be a huge day of climbing.
This has possibly been the worst road I've ever ridden, or at the very least it's up there. And now the rain started, but I got about 1,800 feet of climbing left into a town. Last push. After almost 7,000 feet of climbing, I've made it to a little town called Rouault. And I'd originally planned to ride another hour today, find a nice spot to camp, but it's late, the weather's awful and I'm exhausted. So I reckon it's going to be a hospedaje tonight. Excuse me, sheeps. Thank you.
After a few days of riding paved roads between touristy towns along the Colca Canyon, I've now made it to the top of the final 16,000 foot pass of the route. And it's just beautiful up here. Got views off in the distance of Ampato and Volcán Sabancaya, which is one of Peru's most active volcanoes. It's been constantly erupting since 2016, and you can see the smoke bellowing out of the top. Also off in the distance there, you can see Chptrs, which Arequipa and the endpoint of this route lies on the other side of. So all I want to do today is ride over to the base of Chptrs and have one last good night of camping before I head into the city.
This is just horrific. Oh. But I can see some blue skies off in the distance. I'm sure it'll be warm and dry soon enough.
Before I knew it, I had left the volcanoes of Chichani and Misti behind me to find warmth, food and a bed in the city of Arequipa, and all the beauty I had just seen began to feel like a distant memory.